Let's look at what happens when you have this. Let's do, in parentheses, let's do x plus 3 squared is equal to, let's do 16. Okay, here's the problem. Now, let me tell you that x plus 3 quantity squared is not x squared plus 9. And that's a big thing on the ACT too. You have to remember, and because I'm doing this on a video, I need to do it up here. X plus 3 squared means x plus 3 times x plus 3, which means you have to distribute or full. You get x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9, and you get x squared plus 6x plus 9. Now, that's going to have a special name for us later on, but you can't just square the x and square the 3, because I always tell people, you're forgetting the O and the I. See, it's not just this one and this one. So here's the deal. You can't get the x by itself in this problem. Cannot get x by x squared. Well, there's no x squared, so that's the easy thing. It is, but you would have to do this, and when you do this, then you don't know what to do with the 6x. So let's just say you cannot get x by itself first. Now, we're going to do order of operations, what we're going to actually do. It's like the Christmas present that's been wrapped in a couple of boxes. I've got an x, and it's, that's my gift. And I've got a plus 3 added to it. So that's a package. And then it's got a squared attached to that package. So it's like a package in a package in a package. And so we're going to have to pick away at it. The squared, just like we got rid of it here, by taking the square root, you're going to get rid of first. We're going to do big square root, big square root. Now, think about it. What's the square root of x squared? X. What's the square root of m squared? M. What's the square root of 12 squared? 12. You remember that one? Now, look. What's the square root of x plus 3? Oop, I didn't put a square root there, did I? X plus 3 squared. Do you see a pattern? The square root actually gets rid of it, cancels out. It's the opposite operation, inverse operation of the squared. So square root's going to get rid of the squared. See? Gets rid of the squared, gets rid of the squared, gets rid of the squared. So the square root of x plus 3 squared is just x plus 3. So I have x plus 3. Now here's where it gets tricky, Kobe. You better be writing these down. You scare me. 2 answers. Now, these are going to be a little bit messier than these over here on the left, because the answers are not going to be like 8, negative 8, 2, negative 2. Look what's going to happen. Square root of 16. What is the square root of 16? 4 or negative 4. Write it just like that. That's where you're going to get 2 answers. One of the answers is 4. The square root of 16 is 4. That's your big red flag right there. Now we're going to say, what does this say? This says x plus 3 equals positive 4, or x plus 3 equals negative 4. Now, we're only doing the easy ones today. I'm only giving you perfect squares here. 25, 49, 100. I'm not giving you an 18. I'm not giving you a 24. I'm giving you perfect squares, so you'll have nice, easy answers. Minus 3, x equals 1. There's one answer. Remember, it is quadratic because x plus 3 squared means x squared plus 6x plus 9. It is quadratic. It's got x squared in it. And then subtract 3, and you get x equals negative 7, and it is or. And there's your 2 answers. So you have to really watch it. Now let's do one more, and we'll be through. Let's do parentheses 2x minus 5, close parentheses, squared, equals 36. When the squared, this one's hard for me to explain. When the squared is on the outside of the package, you've got to get rid of it first. They're just this page over here is different from this page. These are binomial squared. Maybe that's an easier way to say it. These have got adding and subtracting in them in the squared part. So I've got to do square root first, because I can't get to this Christmas package till I take this wrapper off. So the square root of this gets rid of the squared, and I have 2x minus 5 equals, now what's the square root of 36? Positive or negative 6. There's your big red flag. I think I gave you 4 of these. I think that's right. So you'll need your notes. So 2x plus 5 minus 5 equals 6, or 2x minus 5 equals negative 6. Now you just do basic, these are just basic linear equations. Plus 5, I get 2x equals 11, divide by 2, and I'm just going to leave it 11 over 2. 5.5, 5.5, our graphing calculator leaves them as 11 over 2. I think. It might do 5.5, and you'd have to do math frac. Plus 5, 2x equals negative 1, divide by 2, x equals negative 1/2. So those are the ones you've got to watch. And it was weird. I could not find a worksheet that had these on it, even though we're going to be using it. Those are ones that I had to end up just making up my own. So I think I added 4 of those to your classwork. Now, I would normally say you've got time to start working. You still do if you choose to do that. Excuse me. And that's where we want to try to do this. I need these done by Thursday. So you are expected to do these tomorrow and turn them in Thursday. I'll get them checked. You can pick them up that afternoon, the next Tuesday, and then they're due, or Monday, and then they're due on Wednesday, because I don't want you waiting and turning them in the day they're due. That's why a lot of you don't do very well on quizzes. What you need, Colby?